Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I guess you can hear me, right? Because I can't hear myself. Hello, 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 hello. I think better to be safe. Can you hear me? I just want to test this. Can you hear me? Let me try this. Can you hear me? I can't hear myself. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm just testing this concept. I'm using a earphone. Normally you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I think better don't take a risk. Otherwise, I will waste. Okay. Hello, children of the universe. Today is Sunday, 12th of July. Oh, so fast. It's already coming to the mid of July. Good morning, children of the universe. I am Peggy Ang, an inner dialogue coach focused on awakening your worth. I help you to trust your own voice. So today is Sunday. I normally don't appear on Sunday nowadays, but I'm pretty excited about this topic. So I said I must really come in. And I was also thinking of doing this live in Facebook, but my heart is always with TikTok because my viewers and those who are awakening are mostly in this page and they will come in whenever it's suitable. Welcome, welcome, children of the universe. Thank you for coming in. Let's just sit with yourself. Thank yourself for coming in. I'm bringing some topic that is maybe in a way related, but not directly towards what I want to, what I have been sharing, which is the inner dialogue and using the inner dialogue to discover your worth. And one question that popped up on, I think about 3 days ago or Friday, yeah, 3 days ago, when people ask me in Mandarin or in Chinese, what does worth mean? If I say 价格, I mean values is really diluting the worth. You see, when your worth is something that only you can measure, yeah, your worth is something that I want to repeat this one. Wait, give me a second. I have to catalog now. I have to take down my own notes. I don't have secretary. I don't have AI to help me with that. Maybe next time some of you will help me to do this. Write down the key points so that whenever I share, then you can also share your part of it. Okay. Let me just get myself into. This is a special edition. I just feel like popping up. Let me just get this. Okay. Let me just get this done. Today's special. Today's special. I need to start doing. I actually started to catalog it, but I have so many things that before I can finish one thing, the other things start to pop up. I am so excited about awakening. One second. So I need to catalog today's special because I want to talk about. Good morning, happy Sunday. Some of you are getting ready to go out with your kids, with your parents. Today is 12. Let me just get this done first. 12th of July 2026, and I started at 11. Now it's 11:15. Okay, let me just put this into record so that I know when I am doing this. Yeah, so today is 12th of July 2026, 11:15 hours morning. Okay, I have that done. 11:15 hours posting live. Something I haven't done for a long time. Posting on Sunday. Let me get myself into this portion. Yeah. Okay. Welcome, 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 children of the universe. Welcome, children of the universe. I am Peggy Ang, uh, an inner dialogue coach focused on awakening your worth. I help you to trust your own voice. Now, Sunday is not my usual, but yesterday I was doing a lot of research. After attending classes by Jessie Lee about metaphysics, she's talking about a lot of things that is uh, very useful if you know how to use metaphysics. If you don't, even by listening, you understand that your worth come from someplace. And what she's doing is really helping a lot of people to realize their own life, including mine. Yeah, I have to learn my mistake. I have to really ask myself, face my pain, and also address my issue. That's how you will come to notice about your worth. It's only when you embrace your pain, not that you need to look for pain, because by embracing it, you are making commitment to yourself for coming home to yourself. Yeah. Sometimes you don't realize that you got disconnected because of the voices around you, because of the responsibility, and there are so many things that you have not realized, and that is triggering a lot of actions that you don't really want to take, but you have to take. It's very simple. Okay. But yesterday, while I was just thinking about this topic, uh, now I was thinking about the topic, how do I really make you see what your work is all about? Because it's not about me, it's about the energy that we collaborate while in the space that I when I go live. This is for all the children of the universe, where you vibrate at your own energy, and when your vibration is at a frequency that match any of us, you will be in this room. Does it mean that you have a lot of problem? Does it mean that you have awakened? And why are you here? Does it mean that you have issues that is unsettled? So forget about all those. Does you have, that kind of blaming, that kind of tagging that you put yourself into? Oh, I am the great one, I don't have problem. Yes, I agree. A lot of people don't have problem because they have been living in the shadow, and they don't want to see their value. So they don't have problem, because when you see your own value, you will always want to fight for your growth. Like me, you know, at 60, people say, hey Becky, what are you doing? Why are you coming out and do something like awakening your words? It's such a difficult topic to explain. It's such a difficult topic for people to understand. Yeah, the understanding part is one very important and crucial entity of why people want to be in this room. Okay, but when you are already in this room, just do yourself a favor. Be kind. Be kind to yourself and stay loyal to your cause. That is good enough, because your energy belongs to you. Yeah, your thoughts, your thinking, it all belongs to you. But do you really own them? And this brings the question to me that, I was just thinking, what makes it what makes it so difficult for people to understand themselves? You got what I mean? What is it so difficult for a person to understand themselves? What is the cause? What is the cause? Also, okay, I like this. Okay, for example, for me, I, I, I like to eat banh mi. I don't know whether you know what is banh mi. Banh mi is, my friend used to tell me, you are eating bread cooked with soup. Actually, banh mi is a local. Last time we used to call mi hun because it's made of flour. Then you make it into dough. Then you pinch it into small pieces and you put into the anchovies soup. And those we used to have at home when we do not have enough money to buy rice. And now it's everywhere in the market in Malaysia, especially. You can find this banh mi everywhere, and it is well known. What do you call that? Well known dish or noodles in Malaysia now. Okay, so I know I like banh mi, but then there are so different. There are so many different type of banh mi. When you go into the high end restaurant, the banh mi are served with abalones. They are served with uh, fish maw. They are served with so many things. It sort of lost the taste of banh mi. My favorite is always banh mi, my home style, which is just the pinch of flour from the dough, the dough that made from flour with just anchovies and just sawi, or you call it choy sum, or you call it choy sum in English. What you call it, I don't know. Anyway, it's choy sum. For those who are in Malaysia, you know what is choy sum. Asian mostly know what is choy sum. So I only like that type of banh mi. So I keep asking myself why I like banh mi. Okay, I know why my daughter like it, because when I was pregnant with her, I eat that banh mi for every meal, every day, almost every day, I would say. So through the pregnancy, she had been eating banh mi as uh, as an education on food, because it's me, right? So welcome again, children of the universe. I'm just sharing. Do you really know your thoughts? In understanding and in awakening your worth, you really need to know not just who you are. If I ask you who you are, you say, "Oh, like me, I'm Peggy Ang, I'm inner dialogue coach focus." No, those are just titles, or names that you give yourself so that people can recognize you. But who you really are is the core being of you, knowing what you like, what you don't like, why you react to certain things, and you know things that is within your control. Even if you know yourself, sometimes you don't control the situation. If you understand what I mean, that means you're already halfway through your awakening. And the reason I'm posting all my awakening, which is a very hardcore topic for people in TikTok, is because I feel very comfortable talking to people who is in this page, who join me in awakening your world as children of the universe. Yeah, TikTok is the fast growing reels, that kind of thing. Dancing will earn you around 52K, or fighting will earn you how many K and how many K of viewership. But for me, my viewerships are consistent, and people who appear here are very calm and very peaceful and very themselves. How authentic are you as in yourself? Let me just share something that I discover, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, wait, give me record my own things first. I I need to record down my script, because for 1 hour I have been talking, and sometimes certain entity is not being heard, so that when I have the time, or I make a point to have the time, I will write about some of it in my blog. So if you go to my website, which is www.lifejourneynumber9.com, you can go and check it out. Okay. Now, Why am I excited? Because it's recently, due to so many summon happening, I didn't drive to Sandbox. I just walk from my house to Sandbox as part of my exercise. Oh, I want to be slimmer because I want to look good. I want to feel good. My clothes shouldn't be tying me down like the bajang like that, like the dumpling like that. I just want to feel good. Yeah. I don't need to look like a supermodel on your poster. Sometimes I pity those supermodel, they hardly have time to eat. And if they have time to eat, they can't enjoy that much because they only have certain span of their life to be making money by being a model. So whenever you see a model, appreciate the kind of sacrifice that they put into their career. Yeah. Now, back to what I want to say is, while I was walking home, I will listen to things that are very focused, so that whatever I am sharing with my experiences, it gets deeper, so we can dive deeper into it. So for those who have just come in, let me just pause and tell you that I am Peggy Ang, an inner dialogue coach. Focus on awakening your worth. I help you to trust your own voice. And if whatever I'm sharing relates to you, you can contact me, WhatsApp to me at +60 is Malaysia number 6012 399 6326. And please respect the space by saying, Becky, I'm ready to find my worth, and I'll contact you at my first available moment. Okay, so now let's go back to the podcast that I was listening while I'm walking home. It is about, well, I can't really remember the person name, I just remember the topic. It was talking about atoms, atoms in your body. Surprising. I forgot, I totally forgot that that we are jet that we are having atoms in our body. And based on what I have researched today, uh, how your body have the atoms, you know, it doesn't just really become your atoms. If you do AI, you can. I mean, if you ask AI, ask Gemini, you ask ChatGPT, or you ask, well, any AI tools, you do not generate atom, you recycle them. We are made of billions of atoms, so somehow you are billionaires by nature, except in atoms, yeah, not in money. I used to think that having a lot of money is a very good thing. I've seen too many sad cases to think that having a lot of money is good, because yeah, I got straight. Okay, that one is another topic. Go back to atoms. Because if I talk about that topic, then I will carry on the topic, then I lose my focus. Now I'm just talking about atoms. Atoms are ancient, You are made of billions of ancient atoms, which is older than Earth. Surprise? Yeah, I was pretty surprised when I look at it, and they are forged the cores of stars of billions years ago, can be replenished with food and water that we consume. So you are like me. We have a lot of, I mean, we have billions, and the atoms are so old, older than Earth. So you are not a pop-up on the screen like Sadhguru used to say. We are never the pop-up. So sometimes when you go through the certain process, you say, hey, how come I react like that? I know I should control. I know I should do this. I know, but you don't, right? And then you start to berate yourself, you start to stamp on yourself, you start to step on yourself. I'm stupid. I am so silly. I trust this person. I do these silly things. Well, this is a very common practices among human beings. You are not wrong, you are not right. But the next time that you tend to do that, remember all this could have come from your ancestor, which is transformed into atoms and which have more than billion years in age. So that is why sometimes you react the way you react. You see, it's like my earring. Yeah, it's like my earring. It's supposed to be this way, right? But somehow, then when you turn it, it got twisted. So it is the same moment as yours. You know, when you are twisted in a different kind of situation, you react even without really knowing what is happening. Okay, now let me just get another perspective. How does atoms affect you then? You must be asking, how does atoms affect you? Think about it. While you are thinking a few seconds, you already have 30 million atoms exchanging energy. Interesting. I really like this topic. And I'm looking at it as, well, you say surprised, but in my hearts of hearts, I told myself, I said, hey, I should know about this, right? I should be aware that the changes that I'm looking for is not only controlled by me, it is in a way influenced, I wouldn't say control, influenced by the billions of atoms within me that keep changing though I look the same. Now, when you look at the stars that at night, tonight, yeah, tonight is it dark? Let me see whether you will see moon tonight. Uh, yeah, you should be able to see. You shouldn't be able to see the moon, so that means you can see the stars, and you look at the skies and you see the stars. Some of them take millions of years to reach you. Some of them already died, and some of them have been orbiting the universe for so long that technology have not been able to track. So it's the same thing with your atoms. Your body that is filled with atoms comes with so many mysterious happenings way before you. As I was watching, the movies from, especially I like to watch those costume movie from China where they have very nice one. Their costume very nice one, layer after layer. But if we wear today and walk up, people think that I'm having something up there which is not not correct. So this is the measurement that we think is healthy. Yeah, because you cannot dress like whatever you want and then you go out in the street. Though you say, yes, I just want to be myself, so I dress whatever I want and I go out. But this is one of the way where, you know, let me just get this done. You keep on hearing me saying this. This is one of the way where healthy measurements comes in. I said not to measure yourself based on other people's benchmark or measurement. But when it comes to rules and regulations, like how you dress in public or how you behave in public, that kind of measurements is just protocols. Yeah, you don't go into a meeting room shouting, talking loudly, or you go into a cinema playing with phone. I got caught once. I don't know what makes me do that, but it's a good reminder when somebody tell me you come to the cinema to watch movie, not to play with phone. Yeah, serve me right, and I take the lessons. Yeah, so being one person who seldom go cinema, I also have this habit of wanting to speed the movie, which is this very disrespect of the directors and the actors, right? So things like that, I have to learn to, and I have to measure accordingly to the needs of the public. Of course, at home you want to go naked, who cares, man? As long as family don't care, as long as they're used to it, as long as you're not in the public eyes, then that is your measurement. You want to go public, you want to go naked at home is your right. But when you're public, you have to follow a certain measurement. So that is all about how you measure your worth. But when you measure your worth in your internal world, listen to this properly. As I am talking to you, I also learning. As I'm talking to you, I am also learning. I had to put a dictator somewhere so that I can listen back to my own values and then deep dive into it. What happened? Have I improved from the moment before I came in? And I tell you, I did. When I'm mentioning about the billions of atoms that is recycling in my body and the billions of atoms that have been transferred to my daughter and then my generation or so forth and so on. And after all, I donate blood until they stop me from donating because I'm 60 years old. I must give a medical report and I'm waiting for the medical report. So as I am doing that, I also feel it very amazing that many people do not take into considerations that their action and reactions are not totally their own because their worth, well, most of us, our worth are categorized by how you behave from the day you were born or even before you were born. And to unbreak that, it will take a lot of efforts and a lot of realizations. So let's start at something that we really need. Let's start by being kind to ourselves. Even if you make mistake, embrace that kind of pain, embrace that kind of embarrassment, embrace that kind of what would I use? Normally, ego, embarrassment, and pain is what makes person one person retract into their shadow. Some of you might not understand what I'm saying because you are very new in this page. But for those who have been with me since the day I started, you see how I transit from doing what I thought could help people into practices that is consistent with what I am not preaching. Uh, for those, yeah, you see, I when I started TikTok, I have been doing that same thing in Facebook, and I feel that the response rates in Facebook are lukewarm, yeah, and even way before I done live in Facebook, I always have this fear that nobody will watch. That was my main intention, that people watch. And then as I dig deeper into how I coach people and how can metaphysics and other thing that I'm learning, which is NLP, can further enhance my expertise as a coach. Then you see my transition from just teaching to sharing. And now the numbers that appears are people who really think for themselves. Yeah, I don't have like yeah, there's still a little bit of pain when I look at my numbers in TikTok or in some of the social media page that I have. But in order to know your own work and people who come into my page as children of the universe, they need to go through a lot of things. The first thing they need to realize is they must be kind to themselves. When you're not kind to yourself, the atoms in your body start to react differently. And that helps not helps, that contributes towards how you think. And when your how you think in will be translated into energy and frequency, and that's how the transit of information goes to the world, and that's why you meet people that you meet. It is not bad or good, it is not wrong or right. It's just you drawing the kind of energy that you unconsciously don't want. And your atoms agree, and your unconscious mind agree. Because you did not use the most important assets that you have. That is inner dialogue. You did not ask yourself, what will you do? What can you do? And how you will do it. So this is the three levels of inner dialogue that I'm talking about. Level one is awareness. Asking yourself why I feel what I feel. Be kind, be curious. Level two is conversation. Why is the feeling still there? If you have overcome certain thing, then you shouldn't have that kind of feeling, right? But if the feeling is still there, that means you have not solved anything. That could be one of the reason. The other reason is your shadow have hidden agenda. Your atoms have not been circulated the way it should. And all these things belongs to you. So how you transmit is like you turn on a tap. Yeah, you have the source of water into a hose. The hose have a tap. You have to turn on the tap. When you turn on the tap and you have a hose, then you have to direct the hose to the plant that you want, or to the place that you want to wash, or to whatever. So your inner dialogue is the action of turning on the tap, where it will direct your frequency. You see, the tap holds everything. The atoms that changes, I think the number that was given was about 30 million per second, or less than 1 second. You can go and search it out, but it is transforming that way. Even though your external look the same, your internal is already changing. So it holds your atoms that of billion years, billion atoms is beyond numbers. Your shadows, the emotions that hid in your shadows, and the mask that you are wearing. How many of you can be very comfortable going out into the market without any makeup? I tell you I can, but I prefer to have the lipstick. So that's the difference. Yeah, you can wake up in the morning, just wash your face and go out. That is you, the authentic you. And if you just do that and go out and meet people, you don't even need to hide. That means you already know what is you. You know, because some people they just cannot go out of the room if they don't dress like a doll. Some even sleep with the makeup. So they lost themselves totally. Makeup is for you to beautify. Costume, beautify yourself to enhance your look, to make you clean, smell good, you know. Uh, People like to look at nice things. Even there's like the Chinese used to say, there is not 没有丑的女人，只有懒的女人。Meaning there's no ugly people, only lazy people. That's what they're referring to when you are talking about makeup and dressing up, right? So you can do many things for yourself in a space that is truly yours. And if you are in doubt sometimes about your worth, take a pause. Use your inner dialogue. Ask the three questions. I spoke about the 3 questions or the 3 levels of inner dialogue consistently. I only touch on atoms today. And as I research further, I will share about how it affects you and how inner dialogue can help you to wake up from your work and truly be yourself. So, being a Sunday, I will not drag on. I let you enjoy your Sunday till I see you again. And if whatever I say is aligned with you, you can send me a WhatsApp to Peggy Ang. I am an inner dialogue coach focused on awakening your worth. I help you to trust your own voice. So you just send a WhatsApp message to my Malaysian number, which is +6012 3996326 with the message, Peggy, I am ready for my work, and I will respond to you at my first available moment. Till then, happy Sunday. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.